A couple things. Well, one, hats off to Florida State, not only for the way they played tonight, but what Lonnie and the Florida State athletic department have created here is what all college softball aspires to have, and what it's all about. I mean, tonight was an electric atmosphere. What they've done to the facility is beautiful, and you know, that's what college softball is all about, and just thankful that we got to be a part of it. My second thing is want to send out congratulations to Donna Papa at the University of North Carolina, somebody who's near and dear to me. You know, if coaching is about impacting young people and in our sport, young women, and helping them grow into strong, confident people, she certainly has left a lasting mark on this game. And, you know, I'm proud to call her a friend and, you know, thankful for our relationship and want to say congratulations and job well done to her. As far as the game tonight, you know, I mentioned it yesterday in the press conference, you know, when they asked what does Florida State do well, you know, they win games. That's what they do well, and they play winning softball. And tonight, you know, we didn't do enough to, you know, to flip the script in our way. We had some opportunities early with Kat, and you know, we just didn't. I think we were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position tonight. And so we didn't do enough on offense to get the momentum on our side. And then on the other side, we, you know, we'll find out when we go watch the tape and see what it looked like. But, you know, from the dugout, it just didn't look like we were making quality enough pitches to slow them down. And once they get you in the cement mixer where it's just going round and round and round, it's tough to get it stopped. They put together a lot of quality at-bats. They run the bases really well. You know, and again, that's the game of softball, and you know, momentum's kind of a big deal. And yeah, the score was one-sided tonight, but you know, the truth of the matter is we're one or two at-bats away from, you know, that script being a little bit flipped. And you know, as far as the series goes, you know, a Super Regional is the first of 2, and so they got the first one, and we'll have to regroup and go out and be you know, a little bit more competitive and quality in what we bring to the table tomorrow.
Sydney, you guys had a nice cheering section here too, and when you got the home run, did you feel like you guys were, like, you know, had them where you wanted them, and how did things kind of turn on you guys?
Yeah, I think it was a momentum thing. Once I hit it, we all got hyped. I don't ever think that it died off, but I think we had the intent to put quality at bats up there. I think we just need to do better, and that's it. But yeah.
Coach, when you have runners on, how does Kat handle that in comparison to the average college softball pitcher?
She's a bulldog, I'll tell you what, you know, and again, I mentioned it yesterday, I've been around her, and I know how competitive she is, and I think that's what separates, you know, good quality pitchers from great pitchers is their ability to pitch in the clutch and make the pitches when it counts. You know, Maddie and Shelby, they've had the ability to do that this year, and tonight, you know, I thought maybe, you know, the game is so much about momentum. So we get a runner at second and nobody out in the first, and we don't do anything, you know, and good softball says that you don't need any hits to score that run. You're just going to have 2 productive outs, and we weren't able to do it. Kat had something to do with that. Then the next inning we come out and we hit a home run and we get some momentum, and then we walk the leadoff batter. You know, I think Maddie's last couple outings, she hasn't hardly walked anybody. And so, but not only do you give up a walk, but you give up a leadoff walk, and then that creates stress. But I thought we were really resilient that inning, and we got out of a second and third situation, and it would have been really important for us to then go out and do something on offense. We didn't do it, and the next inning is when it kind of got sideways there for us. But you know, there were some opportunities there. I thought we, you know, I mean, heck, what did we have? We had 6 hits, you know, and I think the majority of those happened in those first 4 innings or so. You get 6 hits off Kat, and you're doing a lot of things right, and you got to capitalize with runs on the board, and we just weren't able to do it.
Jaden, do you think it helps you that you got the game tomorrow, that you don't have to dwell on this? You could just get right back up on the horse and try to get it back tomorrow?
Absolutely. I feel like this game is all about short-term memory. So taking today, learning from it, and coming out tomorrow and just being more resilient and playing the game how we know how to play is going to be super important.
We're going to go to Mike on the Zoom.
Yeah, thanks. This is a question for Sydney and Jaden. Both of you players were a part of a World Series team, and that team obviously was pretty resilient as well. Can you talk about what it takes to win on the road? I think you guys won at Florida in a Super Regional. What does it take to win in a Super Regional on the road? The statistics are obviously against you, but you've been on teams that have done that before.
I think just, like we said, being resilient, and when we get the momentum, keeping that momentum, and if they get momentum, shutting that momentum down. And that's all it is. When you get to Super Regional, it's going to be a dogfight no matter what. So just having the resilience to keep going and keep pushing, keep adding runs, hits up the middle, hit after hit, and just keep that going. That's how you win those games.
Yeah, I know the statistics just playing not at home is just like against you, but I just think of it as you look in the crowd once, then you zone in and you just focus like you are playing at home. Don't think of it as something that's going against you. Just play your game. And
Anything else?
Coach, you think it was good to get both of your pitchers out there to just experience it so that tomorrow's it won't be new for anybody?
Well, I'd have preferred Maddie gone out there and shut him down for 7 innings, honestly. That would have been option A. Option B would have been able to get 2 times through the order with Maddie and then use, Shelby or later to, hold or to win the game. And so, that just wasn't available tonight. So, ultimately, the goal is, use your people when you get the most bang for your buck. Tonight, I felt like we had to get to Shelby, and if I go back and look at it, maybe in hindsight, we could have gone to her a couple batters earlier and try and kept that inning from getting, as big as it was. But I felt like, it was a little early. I was really hoping that Maddie could get 2 times through the order and keep us in the game, but just didn't work out that way tonight. So, I think it's good, to the sense that she got out there and she got in the game. But Shelby's got some innings under her belt. I don't think the moment was too big for her, or as great as the crowd was. I didn't feel like the outside things got in the way. I just didn't think we executed, our pitches, and at the end of the day, against a really good team, you got to execute your pitches.
Going back to Mike on the Zoom.
Yeah, Tony, this might be more of an operations question. I couldn't help but notice that 2 of the SEC teams seated ahead of you were eliminated in their regionals. You guys were a 14 seed, despite being second in the SEC and leading the SEC in most offensive categories. You're sitting down here against the 3 seed. What about that process, and is there a little bit of a chip on the shoulder that maybe Georgia didn't get the respect they deserve?
I think asking, talking, looking for respect is a losing battle. At the end of the day, we can't control what people think of us. It does seem like it's a moving target from time to time on what, goes into the seating choices. This year, it seems that a lot of the seating was impacted by, what you did in February. And quite honestly, we were still growing in February, and we played, we had a bad week, honestly. We played Stanford at home twice and lost. We lost to an NCAA team in Charlotte, and we lost to Clemson, all within a span of, I think, 4 days. That was not my favorite 4 days of the year, for sure. But, I think those 4 days built our resilience to go play the way that we did in the SEC and get through that. At the end of the day, our goal for our program, we got lots of goals, but at the end of the day, we want to win a national championship. And if you want to be a program that wins a national championship, you got to beat the people that are across from you, and you're going to have to beat good teams to do it. You're going to have to beat a team like Florida State to do it. You're going to have to beat a team like Oklahoma to do it. So we're not going to shy away from the competition this weekend. You know, again, the SEC isn't the only conference that plays good softball. Good softball is good softball regardless of what conference you're in, right? And there's lots, you're seeing that across the board, that when you have a good team, you have a good team. It doesn't matter the conference. But I will say in our conference, we look at every weekend as a super regional opportunity. So you get used to playing 2 out of 3, much like Florida State does, much like Oklahoma does, where you play a 2 out of 3 series. And you know, this year we played 8 of those. I think we won 6 of them. And, you know, so this is going to be one where we've got to find a way to get to 2 before they get to 2.